Hi, I'm Sabine Priestley, and we're back again today with Sïrï and I. And I'm going to be talking about something that just literally just came to me. I almost did not do a recording today. And it's going to be around energy funks and morphogenic fields, which is one of Rupert Sheldrake's, I'm going to say inventions, but I think he did coin that phrase. So before we get started, I want Siri to introduce herself.
Yeah. Hello, guys. Thank you for watching. And I am the artist Siri, living in Norway. And what basically I do when Sabine talks, I channel the energy in the words and the conversation and in the space between us from one part of the world to another. So that's basically what I'm here for doing today. Sorry about my bad English.
Your English is fabulous. And it's always so much fun to do this. Siri and I fell into doing this
Yeah.
a number of months ago, and it's been magical. What she creates never ceases to amaze me. So let's get your camera adjusted and we'll get started. And sorry in advance. I've got stuff blowing around in the air outside. It's got me all scratchy. So like I said, I almost didn't do a recording today because when I woke up, I was fine. But shortly after, I realized I was in a funk, an energetic funk. My energy was not where I like it to be. And this is part of the work that comes from conscious quantum living, which is a program that I put together a few years ago. It's a process of being aware, really acutely aware now and now and now. And it's with practice, it just becomes second nature. And I'm quite sure that this energy that I've been experiencing this morning would have gone unnoticed, possibly entirely, certainly for hours probably before I would realize, something's off. What is it? And now I can catch it pretty quickly, which is nice. And today was one of those times where I was fine and then I wasn't. And it's quite a dramatic shift once you become attuned to this. And it got me thinking. So the energy, when I said when my energy just tanked, it's not like fatigue, it's not a tired energy, but it's not the uplifting, open connection to love energy that I enjoy so much. Something was off there. And I thought about dancing because dancing's a fabulous way to bring your energy up. But funny thing about being in a funk is you don't want to go dance. It's like, even though you know it could probably help you, sometimes you just don't want to do it. So I thought about another modality, and I broke out the sage and the Palo Santos, which is ancient stuff. It's been around forever, and I love this. So this is my little seashell. This is actually dragon's blood. I work with dragon energy, and I've got a lot of this around. But what I was using today is just I use loose leaf sage. I don't like to start a bonfire in my house, too much smoke. And I smudged, and it worked. It helped a lot, made me feel a lot better. And I finished up with the Palo Santo, which is just a stick that, oh God, when you burn it and smell it, it's fabulous. So a little tip there for anybody that's going through a funk. But that also got me thinking because this has happened before when something just shifts and there's no reason for it and you don't have any explanation. And one of the things that I came up with that I've envisioned for a long time is has to do with we're on Earth and we are part of the collective consciousness, right? And goodness knows there's a lot of stuff going on the planet right now, certainly in the US and in Europe and other parts of the world. And I think there are times when, so from an isolated microscopic perspective, there are times when it's easy, we get caught up in energies that aren't ours. And when you think about, we're on this little planet that's revolving around the sun, and we've got the other planets in our solar system, and it's all we're doing the dance that we do. But the collective solar system is spinning in a spiral in space. And that is part of a macrocosm, which is our galaxy, which is all spinning in space. And so, from a micro perspective, it's easy to see how, well, we'll stick with morphogenic fields, this Rupert Sheldrake's term. And I can see that as rivers of energy. There's a lot of anger and confusion in the US right now. And it's easy to see how we could be moving through that energy that isn't ours, and it can affect us. And that makes sense. And the other thing that intrigues me, excuse me, the other thing that intrigues me is this macroscopic perspective. Like I said, we're in a solar system, within a galaxy, within the universe, with billions of other galaxies. So it would make sense that we could also be pulled through or be moving through morphogenic fields of alien nature, unknown, non-human nature. And that really intrigues me, especially with the work that I'm doing and the play that I'm doing with channeling and tapping into source and a higher consciousness. There is information everywhere, absolutely everywhere. When we learn how to open our hearts and our energy bodies to receiving it. I apologize. When we can do that and tap into that, we can get information and we can get help. I'd like to help with my throat right now. So yes, we can get information and we can get help and assistance. And this is part of this dance that we're doing. I recently joined Substack, and so did Sïrï. She's on there as well. And I love Substack because it's still largely positive. There's so many great people out there doing a lot like what I do. We're trying to make the world a better place. We're trying to spread the light and the love and stop the old paradigms that haven't served us for a very long time. So if you aren't on Substack, I suggest you go and check it out because it's wonderful. The people that are there. And I don't think my throat's going to last much longer. So I just hope, as always, that this has been helpful. And I would really, really like to know if I know, especially on Substack, I'm sure there's lots of other people out there that research consciousness. And this is a big part of what I do. So if you have thoughts on this, if you have ideas about this, the morphogenic fields, anything along those lines, a collective consciousness of humanity, which ties into, of course, the overreaching archetypes of humanity. And then again, if we take it farther out, other species, other consciousnesses, sentience, may have nothing to do with physical form. They must have their own structures and archetypes and things like that. That I think as we elevate our energy, as we become more conscious, we're going to be able to have more access to that. And I find that exciting. It's when we talk about, one of the things I talk about is the world that you create. We're all creating our own world right now. Every minute of every day, you're creating your own reality. We all do. And when I think about living in that kind of a world where I live in now, with expanding consciousness and being open to ideas such as other intelligences existing out there, certainly the higher self type of structure, but then very alien, different types of structures. That's fun to me. That is fun to me. That, to me, I have created a really beautiful, magical life, and I'm grateful for it. So sorry this is short. Sorry for the voice. And I'm going to take a look at what Siri's doing over here. It's pretty short for her. I hope that she's had enough time, but she always seems to pull it together. So this is interesting. Actually, I'm going to let Siri speak first, and then I'll chime in on what I'm seeing. Yeah. It just blows my mind how she can do this. And she's not generally paying a lot of attention, so I usually have to get her attention. Miss Siri, are you there? That is beautiful. Before you move the camera, can you put it back down? And
yeah,
I can tell you what I see. You can tell me what you see. Either way, which one do you want to do first?
I can tell you that I really don't know where this came from, and I don't know what it is. I can't really listen to what you're saying. I'm just feeling what you're saying, if you know what I mean. So it's just like I need to go back when you post this and then listen to you and then see the resemblance or the pairing of it all and the energy that that's what it was and that's what that is and this is where it come from. So I could hear something about space and patterns and alien and whoa, suddenly I have my favorite movie, that is Interstellar, and
Oh
now
gosh,
here
yes. Yes, yes,
I
yes.
see I see the tesseract in this. This is all moving and very energetic, and I'm really wondering what this looks like once it's dried up. It's
Oh,
wet still.
that's incredible. So what
Yeah.
I see immediately are its energy fields interacting. You've got
Mm-hmm.
two entities, as it were, the two spirals, right? And they're overlapping, and their energies radiating out into each other and beyond outside. And then
Yeah.
on the I guess that would be the vertical lines. Yes, those I can see again, more cosmic, more, macro scale energy
Mm.
that we could just be moving through. And that can definitely, for those of us that are more sensitive, can definitely have an impact on our emotions and maybe what we're feeling right now. And it's
Mm.
fun to talk about, the different modalities that we can use. First of all, it's we got to be aware of it. We have to be aware that something is affecting my energy. And then we can play with the different ways that we can aid ourselves, pick ourselves up, shake off
Mm.
negative.
I haven't told you yet, Sabine, but I can tell you and the audience now that every piece of my art, maybe I've said it before to you, but every piece of my art in there is some healing for the ones looking at it. So I think if you focus here and let your awareness walk around, you'll pick up something that will help you with your throat.
Oh, that's perfect. I will
Meditate
do
on this
that.
one. I think there is someone because the energy is just vibrating, and the spirals they're counterwise and clockwise, and it's interference in a positive way. So, and the colors also. I never choose consciously the colors; they come to me, and these ones are very, very energetically active.
Yeah, and it's an interesting palette because I've not seen you use these
No, no.
combination before.
Something
That's
new
for
has
sure.
begun.
Which is perfect, which is what we love. All right, let's
Yeah.
see a beautiful face here before we sign off. If you're watching this, what I do now is Siri sends me the picture when it dries, and I use that at the beginning and the end of the video, so you can just pause and experience some of this beautiful healing yourself. And I've also started using Siri's music as background to this. She's incredibly talented, this woman, and she creates such beautiful, energetic patterns and I almost want to say footprints. They're like streams of energy that she creates with her music and her art. So you can do that with this short video, and I hope it served you today. Until next time, namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much.